Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or just welcome to my channel if you're new. In this speedpaint, I'm going to be coloring a traditional sketch that I had drawn back in September. And yes, it is more Tiger and Bunny fan art. I know my last speedpaint was like literally Tiger and Bunny stuff, but I can't help it. I love drawing these two for some reason. We'll talk about that later, but for now I'm going to talk a little bit about this drawing and what I was like thinking while sketching it. So I scanned this into the computer using the Autodesk Sketchbook drawing app on my phone, and it has like a scan sketch like feature, and you can actually make the background transparent, so you don't have to use all those funky layer modes to try and color it. So yeah, that's what I used to get it into here, so I could just color right under it like I normally would. And for this, I didn't really want to like erase my lines. I kind of want to keep the drawing, and like my original sketch was pretty much going to be the line art. I pretty much kind of just went in there and defined all the lines I want to keep. I did fix some things like here, the anatomy was a little off, so. And I pretty much redrew the entire bench because it was very lopsided. And yeah, it was kind of, didn't really worry about it when I originally doodled it because I knew I was gonna want to draw it on the computer later. So yeah, to redraw everything, I used a really rough pencil brush I had, and it matched the rough texture of my original sketch very well, actually. It blended right in. But it wasn't transparent like the original sketch, so you couldn't see the color through the lines. So I ended up changing the whole line art layer to a multiply layer so that everything would like be see-through under it, and it would be uniform. So yeah, the original idea I had when I was like the story I had in mind when I was originally sketching this was that these two were pretty much hanging out, after work, a long day of advertising for their sponsors. We went to go get a coffee and we just walked through the park and chatting that stuff, reminiscing about past missions, talking about the future missions, and some stuff that's been going on lately, just random small talk stuff. And then they just sitting down on this bench to hang out a little bit, if that makes any sense. So that was the idea. And I had originally imagined in the original sketch that they'd have a light poster next to them, so that'd be aluminum, and that it was like cold and maybe just softly snowing, like very lightly, some sort of cityscape in the background. That was kind of the idea when I was like the vision I had in my head when I was sketching it. Also, I kind of imagined Katsu there would probably be like a big laugh or something. Maybe he just remembered something funny in the past or something, so he's laughing. That's why his expression is like that. But yeah, now I don't live in a city, so I had no idea what like a city park view would look like. So I looked it up and I ended up coming across this like super simple vector image, and it had the bench and the lamppost like exactly how I wanted, and how I was imagining this scene. It might even have the trash bin next to the post, but and then it had pretty much just a little bit of the park, like grass behind it, a line of trees, and the city skyline back there. So I kind of modeled this kind of after that, so I just put like a little bit of the park behind them, a tree line of trees, and city skyline, which I was super proud of. I pumped so much detail into that background, I got so carried away, just for it to all be blurred out in the end. Well, no worries, it doesn't matter, it was worth it. So, yeah. I don't really care for drawing like buildings too much, but city skylines, they're really fun because I guess they're super simplistic and usually turn out really nice looking. But anyway, that was kind of the like story that was kind of going through my head when I drew this original. Oh, and also I was kind of going for a more semi-chibi-ish style for this, so that's why the character's like a little baby face in this picture. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna pause here for a little shameless self-promotion. I do have a Zazzle shop, and I basically put a lot of my original art onto some of the various items Zazzle has available. So yeah, if you want to go check that out, I'll put a link to my Zazzle store in the description. So yeah, self-promotion out of the way, let's continue on. Okay, so the reason why I love to draw these two a lot is simply because I love a good romance. Now, if you don't know what romance is, it's not a romantic relationship, it's like when two or more people, or usually it's two, but it could be more, have a strong friendship bond, and it's so strong that they might as well be family, and they do anything for each other and even die for each other if it came down to it. That's how I would define bromance. And I think it's usually between guys because of the term bromance, but it could be between girls too, you know. For some reason, I'm so obsessed with this bond. Like, through every little fandom phase I've been through, it's like I'd always be drawing that best friend pair there. And it's like, back when I was really into Lord of the Rings, I'd be drawing Legolas Gimli all the time. Like, oh my goodness, I have so many doodle pages full of them. And I mean, Legolas is my favorite character, so that probably has something to do with it. But I also draw Sam Frodo quite a bit too. And back after that, I was kind of obsessed with the Guardians of the Galaxy for a little while, and I would draw Rocket and Groot all the time. Best friends, right? And even back before both of those, when I was obsessed with How to Train a Dragon, I would be drawing Hiccup and Toothless a lot. That's a little bit different because Toothless is an animal, but it's similar. So yeah, for some reason bromance, I just love it so much, and I will obsess over my favorite ships and obsess over the sibling bonds and the parent-child bonds. I love all of those two a lot. But for some reason bromance is always the one that I just get seriously obsessed with. So when it came to anime, it was no different. I got obsessed with the bromance. And I have watched a handful of animes. I mean, like, there's other characters that are like close friends, like in Fairy Tail, and it's pretty much all about friendship and like One Punch Man and such. But for some reason, Tiger and Bunny is the one that just I got obsessed with the most. And I mean, sure, I have my one complaint about the show, but that wasn't the cutest bromance I've ever seen. Oh my goodness. So, I can't. My heart can't take it. It's just too cute. But anyway, yeah, so sometimes I'll think why I like romance so much. Like, why do I obsess over it so much? Aside from the fact that bond or relationship is just seriously precious. Sometimes I think maybe it's because I like have no friends in real life. Well, I do now that I go to church. I have church friends, but I mean, I don't really see them but a couple times a week or during church events. Because, like, we don't really, like, hang out outside of that. So it's like, we're, like, friends, but we're, like, not, like, friends, I guess that makes sense. So sometimes I wonder if it's because I have, like, no super close friends, so I like to watch this relationship and wish I had a friend. But, like, when I'm watching the best friends on screen, like, I don't feel, like, deprived. I'm usually too busy going like, oh, it's so cute, to really feeling deprivation. Is that even a word? I don't know. But anyway. So I don't really know if that's it, but the other day I was thinking that about all these relationships I like to obsess over, and I was thinking, you know, those other relationships or bonds I was talking about earlier, they all have like a reason for you to expect those characters to care for each other. So like for the couple, obviously they're in love, they're gonna care for each other, right? I mean, you expect that. And for siblings, I mean, they're related by blood. You expect them to care for each other deeply. I mean, sure, sometimes they're more like rivals or even enemies, but there's usually always that little hint of like love for each other in there. Because they're siblings, right? You expect that. The same with the parent and child. I mean, obviously they're gonna love each other, right? They're related. But for the bestest best friend bond, there's like literally no reason for you to expect these two to be best friends. Well, besides the authors pushing the story in that direction, and you might be able to predict it, but you know, there's really no reason for you to expect them to be best friends. They're just two random people, and they meet up, and they just talk a little bit, and they just click. Or maybe they don't click in the beginning. But they form this bond that's so strong, it's like they might as well be family, and it's just like, I don't know if that idea, that concept of just two totally unrelated people forming that, like, such a tight bond is just so amazing to me that I love it so much. I don't know if that made any sense, but I was kind of wondering if that's why I love it so much, because of how quite amazing it is. It's just two random people, there's nothing for you to be like, there's nothing there for you to expect them to be so close. They're not related, and they're not in love, they're not like, it's like, there's no reason for you to expect it, so I'm wondering if that's kind of why. I don't know if that made any sense. But either way, I just love a good romance, and yeah, so that's very much part of, if not the entire reason why I like to draw these two so much. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so that's all I have. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did like it, remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more speed paints like this. So yeah, that's all for now, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.